In the wide and peaceful valley of Elah, two great armies stood facing each other, across a gentle, flowing stream. On one side were the Israelites, and on the other side, the Philistines. The air felt heavy with waiting and quiet tension. Every morning and every evening, a mighty giant named Goliath stepped out into the valley. He was over 9 feet tall, dressed in heavy, shining bronze armor. With a deep voice like rolling thunder, he called out, "Choose one man, and let him come down to fight me. If he wins, we will serve you. But if I win, then you will serve us." For 40 long days, this challenge continued, and fear filled the hearts of all the Israelite soldiers. Far away in the quiet town of Bethlehem, there lived a young shepherd boy named David. One ordinary day, his father Jesse said to him, "Go and take some food to your 3 older brothers, who are soldiers with King Saul." So David left his sheep behind and began the journey toward the battlefield, not knowing what he would find. When David reached the camp, he heard the giant Goliath roaring loudly across the valley. He saw the soldiers trembling and hiding in fear. With calm wonder in his young voice, David asked, "Who is this Philistine that he dares to defy the armies of the living God?" David's oldest brother Eliab became upset. He turned to David and said sharply, "Why have you come down here? You should be at home taking care of the sheep. You are only being proud and curious." But David remained calm and continued to ask his question. Soon the news reached King Saul, and he called for the brave young shepherd. David stood before the king and spoke with quiet confidence. "Do not lose heart, my king. Your servant will go and fight this Philistine." King Saul looked at the boy with worry and said, "You are only a young boy, and Goliath has been a warrior since his youth."
"I can fight him,"
David answered gently and full of faith. "While I was watching my father's sheep, I fought off a lion and a bear. The Lord delivered me from both of them, and he will deliver me from the hand of this giant too." Saul listened, and a small spark of hope began to rise in his heart. Then Saul offered David his own heavy royal armor and sword. David tried to wear it, but it felt far too big and uncomfortable. He took it off and said softly, "I cannot fight with these, for I have not tested them." Instead, he chose his simple shepherd's staff, his sling, and 5 smooth stones from the brook. When Goliath saw the young boy approaching, he laughed with great scorn. "Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks?" he roared. David stood bravely and answered with steady faith, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel. This day, the Lord will deliver you into my hand, so that all the earth may know there is a God in Israel." David began to run toward the giant. He placed 1 smooth stone in his sling, whirled it around, and let it fly. The stone flew straight and true, and struck Goliath right in the forehead. The mighty giant's eyes widened in shock. He swayed for a moment, and then crashed heavily to the ground. David walked over to the fallen giant, took Goliath's own huge sword, and cut off his head. When the Philistines saw their champion lying dead, they turned and ran in panic. The Israelite soldiers let out a great shout of joy and chased after them in victory.